decided to just come on real quick and have a little quick live. Yesterday we had such a good time. We had people from all over the country in the live last night. That's why I was asking, where is everybody watching me from? Hey, Divaness Kisses. And I know I probably said it wrong. Divineness Kisses. Mark Colbert. Where you watching me from? Everybody. Hey, everybody, Huntsville, Alabama. Are you down there with Martell and Marceau and Melody? All right. Okay, Houston, Texas. Brown Sugar, H Town. Okay. Oh my God, it's Angela Bassett. You know what? I'm getting ready to laugh loud and my mouth gonna hurt. Hey, beautiful eyes. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. TV, it's live right now and getting ready to talk about a few. What's the matter? Don't hurt. Getting ready to talk about a few. Go stand right there. Getting ready to talk about a few topics like we always do over here. But over here, we just talk about a few little topics. I just go online, look up a few topics. I come over here and I talk to my people on the channel. Hey, Memphis, how is it in H Town? Well, it depends on what specifically are you asking about H Town. Give me a specific. When you say how is it, it depends on what you're really asking. And a couple other people on here from Houston, they'll probably be able to chime in on that answer as well. City as a whole, it's fantastic living here in Houston. It has something for everybody. It's a really big city. I think we're like the fourth or fifth largest city in the country. The city is as fast as you want it to be or as slow as you want it to be. It really depends on the person. Hi, sister. Peace and blessings in California love. You know what? When I read California love, that Tupac went right off in my head. California love. That went off immediately when I read that. Wonderful place to live. Yeah, I love it here in Houston. I love it. Again, it can be as fast as you want, as slow as you want. It's a very diverse culture. We have people to come here from all over the world. More and more people are coming here from other parts of the country where the cost of living is a little bit more higher. They're coming to Houston because the land is cheaper. You get more house for your money. So it really just depends. If you like nightlife, Houston has that. If you like family events, and we have that. If you want to live in a big city, but really live close to an island, we have that. Galveston Island is 40 minutes down the road. So it just depends on what you're looking for. But if you come to Houston, ooh, I wish you could bring your own streets with you because it's getting full down here. Now, I gave you some good points about Houston, but let me tell you some of the bad points. The crime is getting bad in Houston. I'm just being honest. The crime is getting bad. So I'm really hoping that the mayor and city council do something to try to come up with something to do about this traffic. Hey, I got you over 1K likes. All right, thank you. I can't see the one member. Thank you, thank you. We done got to 1.1 already. I appreciate that. Thank you. Okay, from Dallas, Dallas, you right now on the road. That's just like a 3.5 hour ride, 45 north. You answer questions. It depends on what the questions are. If they're appropriate questions, and I feel like it's something I want to answer on over social media, I will. Aaron Javon, thank you for coming in. Last night I had two funny characters. I heard a lot of black owned. Yes, now there are a lot of black owned businesses here in Houston. Is this the single people's room? This is just Gbutterfly's room. I welcome everybody over here. Single, married, not sure. Hey, New Jersey. Again, you ask, is this the single people room? This room is for anyone who wants to come over here and have adult conversation. We laugh, we joke, and just have a good time over here because I like to laugh. I like to have a good time. It's always going to be lighthearted over here for the most part. But over here, we're just going to talk about some of everything and a little bit of nothing, if that makes sense. Last night, I think we talked about food, we talked about music, we talked about some of everything, and it was all lighthearted. The chat was interacting, so we had a real good time over here. So it really depends on what you're looking for. When you say, is this the single people room? Somebody else from South Carolina, hey, how you doing? Thanks for coming over. When you asked about, is this the single people's room? It depends on what you're looking for. Since you asked that question, this might not be the page for you. It may not be. So you'll just have to stay on and watch what we do over here. And if you find that you like it, hey, stay. If not, and you got to leave, I fully understand. So I have a few topics we're going to talk about. And usually what I do, we'll talk about a topic. That topic might segue into another topic that we weren't even thinking about. And let me see. What you got? There's a little person in my room that you can't see right now because they're on the other side of this camera. But if you see me look off, that's because they're trying to get my attention and give me some of their toys. See this? A little, what's this? I think this is like a little milk bottle, but the label has come off. So somebody on the other side of this camera is getting my attention. All right, Chicago's back in the house. What is the doll's name? Oh, those are my granddaughter's dolls. And I thought they were so cute. Oh my goodness. These were the cutest dolls. I bought them last minute for Christmas. I don't remember where I bought them from. They were online. And as a last minute Christmas gift for my two granddaughters, I bought them. And one of them is here. And she said she wanted the dolls to be behind me again in the video. And so I don't remember their names. But I thought they were so cute. And they're real soft and squishy. Real soft and squishy. And like I said, at the last minute, I decided to buy them. And I'm glad I did. I have a 2-year-old granddaughter who wrestles hers to the ground. So, but I thought they were really, I thought they were really cute. Really, really cute. What is the doll names? I don't know. Okay, yeah, they do look cool. I like them. I thought they were really cute. And one thing that really caught my attention is when I had the option to buy a black doll. Oh, I think she's still trying to get my attention over here. I had the option to get them in a brown tone, so that was a plus. But yeah, they were real soft, and I think they were like maybe $20 a piece. Maybe $20 a piece. Why would I need to stand up and I'm sitting down on my video? I hope this is not one of those ones I'm going to have to give them a blessed block. So we're going to see. I'm going to let you keep talking. But I told you over here, we all adults. We have a good time. But I can tell you, hi, Heather. I can tell you we don't do the foolishness over here. I give you just a blessed block like that. Quicker than you can take your next breath. So it's up to you how you want to handle yourself in the chat tonight. It's really up to you. But yeah, I welcome everybody over here. Everybody. I didn't want to see what you look like. Well, what you saying for me to stand up for? And it's always the people who got a weird profile name. Y'all ever notice that? I'm in the hospital. Oh, well, I hate to hear that. I hate to hear that you're in the hospital. I'm going to pray that you get well and that you have total healing over your body. Hi, Kelvin. Is that Kelvin? Kevin Jefferson. Hi, how are you? That says, how are you? I'm great. How are you doing? I'm great. Just had a semi-busy Saturday. College app. Not really sure. Panic attack. Oh my God. You know what? With the state of the world and how things are going on now, you hear more and more people have like anxiety, panic attacks and all those type things. I hope you're able to overcome that. Was that the crochet lady that just went through? I like the way you talk already. Well, I'm glad you like the way I talk. I can only be me. I come on here. I got a little southern drawl that I can't get rid of, nor am I trying to. And I like to just come over here and sit and chit chat. That's it. And just talk to the people over here on Gbutterfly TV. That's it. Hey, continue to hit the likes. That helped with my algorithm. My mom passed away in December. Oh my God, I'm really sorry to hear that. I had a family member also who passed in December, so I know how devastating that can be. I know how devastating it can be. You have to just take your time and just as much time as you need to deal with it. If you got a cough, go ahead. It's all right. Whatever time you need to take to deal with that. I'm not going to say get over it because I don't think anybody ever really gets over their mom passing or a loved one passing. But just to take your time and just whatever time you need to deal with it, just deal with it. So let's try to keep Heather in our prayers, y'all, while she's dealing with what she's dealing with now that her mom has passed. January has been a violent month. Is there a safe haven? January, if you ask me, every month is a violent month. World is getting to the place where nobody has any regard for anyone else's life. They will just do whatever they can to you and turn around and walk away as if it's nothing. You know, I think a lot of it has to do, we see so much on social media, we see so much on TV that a lot of people are now just becoming emotionally desensitized, and it's easier for them to do certain things to others. That's just my opinion. You know, may not agree with me, but that's just my opinion on why some of the violence is happening now. They feel like there's no consequences, or they're not afraid of any of the consequences that could possibly come from them doing what it is that they're out there doing. You cold? You cold? Okay. From all the way over there. Go ahead. If you sit there, you won't be on screen. It's still and will continue to be our biggest problem. I can definitely say it's one of them. I think I saw on the news today that there was another mass shooting either today or just yesterday in California. Get over. Just yesterday in California. And I'm like, oh my goodness. Again, like I said, people just don't have any regard for life. I think it has to do with mental illness, drug usage. All of those things are playing a part in how people are making their decisions nowadays. Is that Felicia Jackson finally came back? Felicia, you used to be over here with me every day last week. A lot has happened since last Friday. That's why I haven't been doing the talking and toning. But I'm glad to see you back. I appreciate that. We're just going to talk about a few topics in a little while. We're not going to be on here too long. And if you know, I told you I had a certain little person that was on the other side of my camera. And you see that arm sticking through there? They trying to get in this camera somehow. This little piece of arm right here. Right here. They're trying to get in my video. And I told them don't get in the video. Copy negative behaviors are a big problem. Oh, definitely. Some of the negative behaviors, entitlement. I have not been able to catch you. You know what? I said last week that I would try to do 6P to 8P. But I don't know if you knew, last Friday I was in a car accident. So that's why I'm not doing the talking and toning, because I can't do the machines right now. I have to wait until everything is well. And so I've been kind of coming on closer to the 8 o'clock time, just because I was actually off all week due to the wreck, and I've just been sitting here at home. So next week I'm going to try to get back to the 6:30, 7 o'clock range. It really just depends. But Felicia, I appreciate you when you came over all those days the last week. I appreciate that. Wow, are you okay? I'm getting better. She trying to get my attention. Now, the whole time I was sitting up here watching TV, she was playing with all her toys, wasn't paying me any attention. And now, since I said I want to do me a quick live with the people, she trying to get my attention. We're gonna see how long that's gonna last. She doing something. Doing this week, Felicia, I've just been talking about a few topics. Either I see them online, see them on social media, see them just anywhere, and then I'll talk about them over here. Now, this is the first topic. We only got 6 people in the chat, and that's okay. Ouch. We only got 6 people in the chat, and that's all right. Y'all know how I do. 6 people or 60. We're going to talk. So this is the first topic, and I want y'all to tell me what do you think in the chat on this particular topic. There was a guy who was talking to one of his friends, and I don't know if he was married or if he was just dating. But his question was, hey, Phyllis, y'all let me know where you watch me from. The question was, he say, what do you do? And evidently he was in a relationship. He said, what do you do when the woman actually thinks that you're gay? So basically it's a man who's asking one of his friends, what do you do when the woman that's in your life actually thinks that you're gay? Oh, okay, Felicia, you from Rochester? You know, I had a lot of people from New York yesterday.
What's this?
Lemonade. A lot of people from New York yesterday. Now you have 5. Now I have 5. Oh, you mean 5 people that's in the chat? That's what you mean? Now that I have 5, I'm okay with that. You know what? I can have one person, and I'm going to sit and talk with that one person like I'm talking to a whole group of people. I'm okay with that, because I know with an app like TikTok, there's a million other people that they can actually go and watch immediately. You know, with me, I'm just chit-chatting with the people, welcome them in, see my mouth, Felicia, that's kind of what's going on after it. Hey, good morning. You saying good morning. Where are you right now? You saying good morning. It's 7:55 p.m. where we are, where I am, let me say that. Okay, so the topic today, the first topic is, there's a man that's dating a woman, and he was talking to another friend, and he asked the friend, what do you do when the woman that you're dating thinks that you're gay? Just got off work, but enjoying your motivation. Okay, well, I'm glad you was able to get off work, make it home safe, and enjoying the motivation. Over here, you know, we just chit chat, and I just be myself and talk in the screen. So let me know, what do you think? Hey, you're not late, you on time, Crystal. Anytime you get in here, you on time. That's dating a woman, but he was talking to his friend and say, hey, what do you do when the woman thinks that you're gay? So I got to thinking, Why would the woman think that? Big up my sis. All right, Black Gold, how you doing? Ask her why she feels that way. Right. The first thing would be to ask, why do you feel that way? And is it possibly his mannerisms? Maybe something she's seen? Maybe something, I hope it's not something she heard, because that's just hearsay and she should definitely just have a conversation or just don't even entertain uh, what somebody came back and told her, but just watch for things herself. But I thought that was interesting for him to ask his friend. So what do I do? Any of the comments on that one? Ask her why she feels that way. But I wonder if she would really tell the truth. Somebody could ask that question just as a segue to say, this is my way of breaking up. Hey, motorcycle. Did you get with the people on Cell Block C? Motorcycle, you had me laughing yesterday in this chat. I think his name was Cardo or something like that. Both of y'all were hilarious yesterday, and I appreciate you coming over. They just cleared count, so we'll see. All right, motorcycle. I just need to. I don't want you getting in any trouble trying to watch my channel on TikTok. It's 7:59 where I am. I'm not sure what time it is. I don't know what time lights out is for you, but I just want to make sure you don't get in any trouble because I need you to work on that third unit tomorrow. So, motorcycle. Listening to this first topic I had, they just cleared. Okay. Maybe he's sending a message to his friend on the low. Straight men be having questions. Okay, that's a little twist on the topic, country boy. That's a twist on the topic. Yeah, I have a little person that's walking back and forth in front of my video. Here, come on, get up there, sit down. A woman can sense your masculinity, so he might need to look in the mirror. Black Gold, it's possible. You sleepy? Okay. Those dolls is coming alive tonight. They bet not. I have seen too many movies where that happens, so no, they bet not. The arm you see is my granddaughter trying to fool around. She trying to ease her way into my life. Her hand keep coming right here. But I told her to stay over there so she won't be seen. But that's her and my other granddaughter's dolls, and she wanted them back there behind me. And I said it's cool, but they better not come to life. If they know like I know, they better stay right like they are, lean back, chilling, watching Gbutterfly TV. Damon said, "Ladies can tell." What has he done to make her think that? That's what I was thinking. So he didn't go into a lot of detail. He just said, "What do you do?" And that's the only part that I caught when he said, "What can you do if she feels that way?" And so I had somebody earlier say, well, he may need to just ask her, what is it that makes her feel that way? It's something very suspect. He had to do something suspect for her to ask him that. I can only assume he have shown this in his body language and attitude. Yep, in the actions. It's possible for her to say that. It's possible something has happened for her to inquire. She must have felt that way for a reason. Once her mind is made up, it's going to be hard to resume normally. Yeah, something happened to make her feel that way. And instead of him trying to talk it over with her, he goes to his friend and asks, well, what do you do? So is he going to the friend to say, what do you do, so he can keep possibly hiding, or to really get advice on how to make her feel a little bit more secure in his manhood? Always coming through over here, even though you don't stay long. Thank you so much for coming. Captain Dre 7. Let me know where y'all are watching me from. But I'm doing good, Mr. Bush Dent. Just sit here chit chatting. And look, it does look like that doll is coming to life, but that's just my granddaughter playing with her doll. That's all. Let's see. I think parents probably know and sense those things and are able to pick up on those things with their children. Also looking at online today, and I saw this little story, and it was a little snippet on, I like to look at Fox 26 News, and the little girl on Fox 26 News. And this particular story, they have a guy out here that the FBI is calling, oh, thank you, The FBI is calling this guy the Pocket Square Pillager. They say that this guy has robbed two banks in a relatively close amount of time, and he has on a very nice dark sports jacket, nice slacks, nice shirt. He wears a blue mask and a black hat, and he goes up and he has an umbrella. He walks with an umbrella, and he goes up to the counter at the bank. Is that your grand playing with the doll? Yes, that's her playing with the doll. He goes up to the bank and to the teller window and gives them a note telling them that he's robbing. I guess they followed the protocol, give him the money, and then he walks on out. And they say he goes into different directions, so they can't really figure out who he is. So they're asking. They showed a picture of him from the surveillance camera in the bank on the news and said that if anybody knows who the Pocket Square Pillager is, to call HPD, which is the Houston Police Department. And it looks, y'all see what I'm dealing with? I'm trying to talk to the people on the live, and she got this baby doll all almost on my shoulder. Cover your mouth. On my shoulder. The friend should be looking at him over the glasses. Oh, like this? Mm-hmm. I understand. But yeah, so if anybody sees a well-dressed bank robber in your town, please call the Houston Police Department and let them know that you may see him. Walking in, robbing banks, and leaving out, and they're unable to catch him. Can you please, ma'am? Y'all see what I got to deal with this 5-year-old? I don't know why she decided today she want to play in my, probably because she hasn't been over here in a week. She wants to play in my video. So I'm going to act like I don't see this doll moving behind my head, and we just going to keep this, TikTok live going. I don't know how long I'm going to be on here since my granddaughter is making the dolls come alive. Somebody earlier said they're going to attack me or something like that. Is he hurt? But you know what? I've never worked in a bank, so I don't know how they notify someone that they're being robbed. I don't know how they do that. So if he walk up to the teller window, give her the note, she gives him the money, and he turned around and leave out. Thank you for the rose. And he turned around and leave out. Do they like push a button and it notifies security, but it doesn't lock the doors where they can go and get out? I don't know how that works. You know, I'm not in that. In motorcycle. You're not in the big house for robbing banks. Can you tell us? Do you know how that works? They be too bold for me. My bank always packed. I don't like a packed bank. I don't. Buttons on the floor. Okay, so a button is on the floor. Okay, I have worked in banks. There are back buttons underneath the counters. Okay, but is there like some kind of alarm where it locks the doors, or does it just notify the security in there? You have a wonderful sparkle in your eyes, so elegant, a natural beauty. Well, thank you so much, country boy. I appreciate the comment. Thank you very much. They are solid. But does it do anything to the doors, like to lock the doors? Because every bank I've ever gone in, the tellers are not close to the door. So there's a little distance when they go from the teller to the doors. So I don't know. I hate it. There are silent alarms and notify. So it notifies the police, and it notifies the police, but it notifies the police, but it doesn't lock the door. So now you can see how people can rob and just get out. Because if you have to wait for the police to come, that's gonna take a minute. So yeah, they probably be going down the highway somehow. You know, there was some movie that came out years ago where these people were trapped in the bank. That's not an uncommon storyline. But I think it was it Samuel Jackson who had to try to get those people out that bank? I would be scared if the door's locking. If I was in, I would too. I'd say, hell, let them go. They got insurance for that. But I don't think they should lock a robber inside a bank with people. Just let the police get them. I agree with that. I think if the door is locked and lock them in, that's scary. Because then they might flip out thinking, oh my God, I'm going to go to jail, and just do something that maybe they wouldn't have done. Let them just go. Let them go. Ooh, that's scary. A student in Lamarck robbed a small bank with some slippers with a mask on. Oh, wow. Was it a high school student, Crystal? Robbed a small bank. Well, Lamarck, everything's small. If you don't know where Lamarck is, Lamarck, Texas is a very small town about 30 minutes from Houston. It's south of Houston, about 30 minutes down the road. You're correct. There's so many different ways to deal with this topic. Yeah, the money is uninsured. Oh, insured. I'm sorry, the money is insured. Yeah, so I think they need to just let the people go and let the police deal with them and not risk all the people's lives that's in the bank. Yeah, last school year they got him about a week later at the school. Oh, well, damn. So he was in high school? Mm-mm-mm. And I'm leaving. He come. Oh, motorcycle. You leave. So you gonna leave before the high school to get there? If you stay just a little bit longer, you might be able to teach him the ropes over there in the prison life. You know how to order his food through commissary, how to make different type of foods out of different ingredients from the commissary. You know they might need you there. They might need you there. When you leaving? Oh, I'm trying not to laugh too much. Motorcycle, you crack me up with this prison talk. Lando, glad you safe after the storm. Oh, you mean after the tornado came this week? Luckily, the tornado was nowhere close to my house. However, it was in Pasadena, which is southeast of Houston, and it was close to my son's house, but he was okay. He was okay. Yeah, the tornadoes, that's not something that we normally deal with here in Houston. No, we're used to thunderstorms and hurricanes, but tornadoes, no, that's outside of our wheelhouse. We don't know anything about that. Okay, now this topic I'm getting ready to read is going to be hella gross. Hella gross. Because when I heard it, I was like, ooh, that's nasty. But I thought it was interesting. 13 women tested positive for STD due to a janitor who peed in their water bottles. Now, this is what he's doing. I'm not going to read everything, but this is what he was doing. He was cleaning up this office building. And at night, when he would go to clean up the office building, I guess these women were just leaving maybe half empty water bottles on their desk so that then when they came back to work the next day, they can just take the water bottles and just continue to drink. Me personally, I think that's gross. If you don't have your own office that's locked, if you share space with somebody else, I think it would be gross to leave on the overnight and come back to it the next day. Well, he would take the water bottles and he would take his penis and rub it all across the top of the where they have to drink and would urinate in the bottles and close them up and put them back on the desk. Well, there was one lady who came back from work and she came back to work the next day and said when she went to drink her water, it had a very foul odor and it tastes funny like it could have had urine. So she didn't tell anybody, but what she did is went and bought a camera. Now, this all came from Fox News. She went and bought a camera and started videotaping, I guess, whatever was going on at her desk, and she witnessed him doing that. She went and notified the management, the building managers, or I guess the manager she worked for, somebody at management. They told her, "Don't say anything to any of your other coworkers. We'll take care of it." Well, they didn't take care of it. They didn't even call the police, and he did this to several other women over a 6 day period. Well, he was ultimately arrested, and now since it's 13 women, there are different law firms that have all gotten involved, and they're all suing him. And he has, hold on, I'm gonna tell you what he was charged with assault with a deadly weapon, and the deadly weapon is his bodily fluids. Several women have tested positive for STDs based on what he did. His name is Lucio Catarino Diaz, and he was the custodian of this office building. Yeah, he was charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. Mm-mm-mm. Can you imagine? He needs to be on CM for an undetermined amount of time. What's CM? I don't know what CM. You talking jailhouse talk. I don't know what CM is. Motorcycle. You got to tell me what CM is. I can't get past leaving your water bottle on your desk overnight and you work in an open public space and then you go back and try to drink it the next day. I can't even wrap my brain around that. But what kind of person would do that? They must have been really rude for him to do that, or he could have been just sick. He could have just been sick. Because can you imagine your mindset to say, ooh, I'm gonna act like I'm working, but I'm ready for to take my peen out, rub it all across the top of the bottle, pee in the bottle, and put it back on the desk. That's some sick shit. Some people do anything and obviously drink anything because they was leaving the bottles there and was going back the next day. Now, am I saying that is those ladies' fault that he did that to them? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And he should be charged to the fullest extent of the law for what he did. But who just leaves that on their desk and go back and drink the next day? Yeah, you right, because I would never think of anything like, yeah, I mean, your mind have to be somewhere totally gone to just go to work and do that. Wow, I'm a head custodian at a school district. That's some sick shit. I know that's right, Country John. When you go back to work, Country John, on Monday, ask your co-workers have they ever heard any mess like that. You're a head custodian of a school district. Man, I bet they keep you busy. For all of the custodians for every school, is that what you're saying, Country John? That you're the head custodian over all of the custodians that work in all the schools? Okay, so you're over all the custodians. You know what is so funny? I remember this man who used to be the custodian of our elementary school when I was a little girl. And why, in my mind, all I keep thinking about is when we were in school, remember kids would get sick and kids would just kind of like throw up wherever they were in the classroom, in the hall, in the restroom. Kids get sick and just throw up. Remember that looked like wood shave stuff they used to put on top of the vomit and then clean it up? Mr. Country Jones, what's that? They used to always pour that stuff that looked like sawdust on top of it. I said, I guess maybe the sawdust absorbed the liquid out of the vomit and then they can just sweep it all up. I don't know why that's one of the things that I remember from elementary school. They always put that sawdust or wood chips or whatever that was on top of the vomit. Okay, he said that that's sawdust. All right. Hey, it said that he gave them herpes simplex 1. Yeah, I saw that on the news. I was like, what in the hell is going on? What is going on that people have those twisted thoughts to do stuff like that? I'm like, wow. Well, he probably be going to jail for a minute. And then he's also being sued. You something else, Butterfly. You know what I told you yesterday, Motorcycle? I just like to have a good time, come over here and laugh and just talk about different topics, and then I let y'all go. I can't stay on here 8 hours like I see some people stay on live. I be like, good God, I didn't went to work and came back. They still got the same clothes on, still talking. I was like, that. Oh, y'all forgive my grandbaby. She got a little nasty cough back here in the background. They gave her some stuff at the doctor's office when she went the other day. But you know what? I think it's the weather. I think it's a combination of the weather, other kids being sick at school, some of everything. Oh, Mr. Country Jones, I bet you see a bunch of sick kids at school. If you over all of those janitors, I know you probably have to go from school to school. Keep your mask on, Mr. Country Jones, because I know them kids be sick. Give us some Father John. I don't really know what Father John is. What is that? I've never heard of it, so I can only say I don't know what that is. Father John. Is that an old school med or is that the med they giving over there in the prison? Motorcycle. You know what? I'm quite sure with all of this COVID stuff that was going on, I think a lot of people are going to be sick for a minute until they can really get a handle on it because the numbers are ticking back up. So I'm quite sure the kids. So, A. Williams, did you like having to do virtual learning with the kids at the height of COVID? You didn't like it? I have a few teacher friends, and they didn't care for it either. My grandbaby had just started kindergarten, and she had never gone to daycare or anything like that. She had never gone. No, she started pre-K because she's in kindergarten now. She had started pre-K right when a lot of that was going on. Appreciate that. Glad I found you. I will keep checking you. You have wonderful southern charm. Be safe from Raleigh. All right, country boy, you do the same. Those bank doors are called man traps with bulletproof glass. Okay. What's now? The video was released yesterday regarding the young man Tyree. I didn't want to watch it. Did anybody on here actually watch the video when they were showing it? I know the news station, as I was going through my living room, it was on the TV, and they were saying that the video was over an hour long, and they had it in the newsroom. They was kind of chopping it up because it was so graphic, and they couldn't show it all at one time. I didn't want to watch it. I don't want to watch any of that. Did anybody watch it? Alan Jeter, you watched it? Wow. What were your thoughts when you watched it? And anybody else that actually watched it, what did you think about what you saw? What killed about 5 black police officers that stopped him for a I think it was like a moving violation or something like that. But all of their body cams show that they assaulted this man and killed him. And all five of them have been arrested. But from my understanding, they've bonded out and they've already been terminated, I believe. So now that I was watching a TV show today, and one of the commentators on the TV show said that by no means was he upholding what they did because they were just dead ass wrong. However, he didn't like the fact that they fired him just like this versus when someone of another race does it to us. They put them off with pay pending an investigation, and then some of them may not lose their job. But these guys, and it may take weeks or months before they decide to let them go. And these particular guys were immediately fired. So that was the flip side to how some people are feeling about it. Be back in a minute, Butterfly. All right, motorcycle, take your time. I know you got to go hide from them guards who coming through. Make sure you hide that phone under that flat mattress so they don't find it, so you'll be able to get back on and watch us on Gbutterfly TV. Oh my God, Erykah Badu. Erykah Badu what? I haven't seen that video. I honestly don't want to see it. And you know, I never wanted to see the George Floyd video. I just refused to watch that. I love you and your music. I'm not playing any music. Leroy Benjamin. I'm not playing any music. Now, yesterday I had music. They should be charged with first-degree murder. I think they should be charged with the highest crime that's available to them under the law. If what everyone is saying, what they did that. Because I know I saw a picture of the young man laying in the bed, and he looked like he could have been on life support. His face looked all bruised up and swollen. It's like, oh my God, what happened? And then just bits and pieces I've been hearing about that. Because when I hear about those kind of crimes, sometimes I don't want to know all the details. I don't want that up here. I don't want to hear that. And when I found out that they were going to be showing the video yesterday, I was like, no, I don't want to see that. Sorry, damn, you look just like her. Like who? All right. Now, me and the other 11 people, well, the other 12 people on this video, no, I do not look like Erykah Badu. But if you want to run with that on a Saturday night, I'm going to let you. Girl, that was the woman in charge. I think the police chief over those 5 guys, I think it's a black woman, isn't it? The police woman. Isn't she a black woman? And supposedly one of her main initiatives as the police chief was to clean up any crime. And those who watched the video, what were your thoughts on it? I have 4 sons. I can't watch things like that. It breaks my heart. I know that's right, Crystal. Anybody who goes out and has any type of service performed for them probably can relate to this topic that I'm getting ready to talk about. There was a complaint. There was a recent complaint regarding digital tip requests when previously there were none. As an example, let's say it's a small little coffee store where you go and you buy your coffee every day or every morning whenever you drink your coffee. And previously you're walking there and your bill say $3 for a cup of coffee. You pay $3 and you break camp. Go ahead on and get out of there. And now that they have this, all of this, everything is more digitized. You go in there, you buy your coffee, and you're paying for your coffee, and it's $3, and you pay your $3. But then it says, would you like to leave a tip? And people are complaining that the service industry is asking for tips all the time. And some people say they feel guilty about not giving it because it's right there in their face. And so they pay it. And other people are upset. We're like, hey, I'm just getting a cup of coffee. Why do I need to leave a tip? One lady said that when she goes online to pay her mortgage, that her mortgage company, before she finishes out her transaction, her mortgage company say, would you like to leave a tip? I said, what they do to that? My mortgage company better not ask me to leave no tip. Can you imagine that? I know that's right. No, and I won't feel guilty. You know, I can remember I have 2 sons and they've been going out to eat at restaurants since they were very little boys. But I've always told them that if somebody's giving you a service and it's good service, tip them. Okay, this is a question I have for y'all before I go any further. When you actually pay your tip, regardless of where you are and what you're doing, how do you determine how much you're going to pay? Because I know that some places say, okay, 15%, 20%, whatever. How do you determine if you're going to pay 10%, 15%, 20%, 30% of the total bill as your tip? How do you determine how you're going to pay or how much you're going to pay? What makes you say, oh, I'm only leaving 10% today? Oh, no, today I think I'm going to give a 30% tip. How do you make that determination? Let's see what they're saying in the chat. Because I'm a tipper. Give what you can afford. Okay. You base it on the service. Okay. I always do at least 15%. Okay. I've heard that 15 is like the standard minimum for leaving a tip. I've always heard that 15% is what should be the least amount. Oh, somebody knocked out. I can remember my youngest son. Uh, he's 30 now, but we would go out when they were younger, and him and his older brother, they would put their change on the table. If it's good service, I just give them about $20. If it's mediocre, I use percentages. Okay. The service and the attitude. If I have more, I'll leave it if the service is really good. Okay. And so what my sons used to do when they were little, and when I say little, I mean little like this baby here. She's 5. So when they were like maybe 7, 8-ish, and like I say, my boys have been going out to eat since they were very, very young. They would put their change on the table. And at first I didn't realize what they were doing. And I'm like, okay, why are y'all putting y'all money on the table? And so they told me, they said, well, Mama, you told us that we're supposed to leave a tip for people that, perform some type of service for us. I said, okay, but why are you putting your little change on the table? Mind you, these are little kids. Why are you putting your change on the table? And do you know that youngest one told me, again, he's 30 now. I'm going to have to ask him if he remembers this. He was in the chat earlier. He may have gotten out. He said the way he was going to determine how much he was going to give of his money to the tip, he would take everything that he had available to give and he would put it on the table. Based on the service, the entire time that we would be in the restaurant, he would deduct from his change if maybe they didn't come fill his water quick enough, if they didn't get his order right, or different things that they may have done that was not to his liking. Mind you, he was only about 7, 6. That made his brother about 11. They would deduct their change. And so at the end of the evening, when it was time to leave, whatever was left in their mind, that's what they left for the tip. I'm like, where did they get that from? Because they've never seen me do anything like that before. But I was like, where did they get that from? And that still just sticks in my mind. I'm going to have to ask him when he come over to get his baby. What made him start doing that? I really doubt that he still does that. But I'm going to have to ask him. But yeah, he would start off on the table what he had to leave. Depending on how they act while he was in there, determines what he was going to leave on the table for him. So I thought that was cute for a little kid. And who knows where he got that concept from. Eat at home. Learn how to cook like a restaurant. Well, I do eat at home. I love to cook. And me and my son together probably can give a restaurant chef a run for their money. My son is a very good cook, my oldest son. Let's see. What else are they saying? You won't have to worry about tips, bad service. Okay, that I read that one already. Glad you have topics. So many people go live with nothing to talk about. Because I'm going to get bored. I can only think about so much to say on this screen. I try to stay on about an hour, maybe just a little over. So all throughout the day, if you just people watch, you have content. If you just go outside of your house and go to the store, just anything, you have content. So I just think about things that are interesting to me, and I'm like, I'm gonna sit down over on Gbutterfly TV and talk to my people, and this is what these are the topics, and then I just let the chat kind of guide which way we're gonna go with it. If I'm on TikTok and just kind of scrolling through, we have more TikTok preachers, more TikTok relationship gurus. I'm so tired of seeing that on TikTok. I'll be scrolling through that mess. I'm like, they have to have something more to talk about than that. So I thank you so much for those of you who did come over to Gbutterfly TV. Check on me tomorrow. See, if you actually, you can become a follower, but then you tap that little bell and it'll tell you when I'm going live. So when I'm going live, you'll know to come over here and just know that I'm going to have some topics for you. I'm going to make you laugh because I'm going to say something funny. But wait a minute. Y'all know what I just realized? I didn't have to give nobody a block bless tonight. The last couple of days, I've been having to block people who come over here and just say some real stupid shit that I ain't rolling with. You know, I told you, you can't do the craziness over here because I'm going to block you. But we didn't have to block anybody, so that's good. Maybe they out. It's a Saturday, 8:45 p.m. Central Standard Time. They might be out doing something. That may be why they didn't get a chance to come over here and try to talk crazy on Gbutterfly. Where are you from? Houston, Texas. I'm from Galveston, which is an island, about 45 minutes south of Houston, but I live in Houston. I have some more topics to talk about tomorrow. And, I got to head back to work Monday. I don't know how that's going to work out. I actually have to finish uploading a video. I'm trying to debate if I want to put it on TikTok or if I'm going to go straight to YouTube with it. Oh, everybody, if you're kind of new to my channel, I have a YouTube channel, Gbutterfly TV, just like the title here, and look for the same red hat over on Gbutterfly TV. On YouTube, I have so many different videos. Whatever you think you're interested in, I'm quite sure if you just scour through my videos, you'll find something over there you like. So please, when you get off this TikTok, just scurry on over to YouTube, Gbutterfly TV, and like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell so you'll know when I'm going to come back with another. You should do Pawpaw. You know what? I thought about that, but he might not act right, Crystal. Because for Mother's Day, what I did, I interviewed 4 different women for Mother's Day, but all from 4 different generations. And I thought it would be important to do 4 different generations so you can get a perspective from being a mother from 4 different generations. And they all were really good mothers, but they had a different story. Do that with Father's Day. I actually may, if I have time, try to interview more men for Father's Day, and I'll upload them to YouTube and maybe put snippets over here on TikTok. So be on the lookout for that. But yeah, Crystal, I thought about doing him, but he may cut up on the screen. You saw how he act when I did that little video and I was sitting on a porch. So I don't know if he gonna act right for me to do a video, but I may. We'll see. I'm quite sure to be funny because I know he gonna have me cracking up if I do it. Something he'll be interested in doing. He didn't want me to even put him on the camera when he was cutting up on the porch, so I don't know how he'll do with an interview. Over here on Gbutterfly TV, we are adults. We have a good time. We laugh. We joke. We talk about our topics, and we get off the line because I know everybody is busy and got something they need to do. It's still early, hell, on a Saturday. Some of y'all might be ready to put on your, like my grandmother used to say, might be getting ready to put on your glad rags and go out and have a good time. But thank you so much. I just want to tell all of you, thank you so much for coming over to my channel and spending a little time with Gbutterfly and talking with me. And guess what? I'll see y'all tomorrow. So all of you have a good night and be safe. Bye.